Hello and welcome to another episode of Rico'S Rants. I'm your host, Rico DiGiorgio. First off, this is not a drunken rant like I had posted frequently last night, which I don't remember doing. I'm not really one for hashtags. But I guess I got too drunk because I looked at my footage that I had made and it was me attempting to talk about it, and I was really incoherent and really just way too drunk. So I'm suffering for it. I have to go to work pretty soon. So I'm doing the first episode of Rico's Hungover Rant. So with all you guys excited to see me all drunk and shit like that, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna I may put that footage out privately, but it is really bad. Where I'm just like, let me tell you about Thor. Thor, great. Just really so far gone. So I'm going to indulge you guys at least a little, and that makes it worse. That's God, the sun, it hurts. Thor 3. So I loved it, but the most frequent thing that I'm seeing online is that it's the best MCU ever. No, it's not. It's really, really, really good, but it's not the best MCU movie ever. It's probably one of the funniest. I'll give you that. It's definitely, like, I still love Iron Man and the Avengers and Age of Ultron, and I mean, it's definitely the best Thor movie. But is it the best in the entire ranking? No. But it's definitely in different direction. Taika Waititi, I'm sure I'm butchering his fucking name, but I love the way he took it. He had a lot of inspiration from 70s and 80s buddy movies. He he put a lot of humor in the film that was very much needed, because I think he's trying to make it as funny as possible, because Avengers 3 Infinity War is going to be fucking, like, depressing. Avenger members are going to die. We're going to have to say goodbye to some people. Oh God, this light is killing me. So I think he's giving us a big lighthearted moment before we get to some serious shit. So it takes a lot of inspiration from multiple comic storylines. It makes a really interesting, good story. A lot of it kind of predictable. A lot of things I did not see coming. Pun intended. And by the way, there's going to be spoilers through the whole film. God, I look like Two-Face. There we go. There's going to be spoilers the whole fucking video. I'm going to try and be as quick as possible, because I have to actually get ready for work, and I'm hungover. So, first off, Thor and Loki's relationship throughout the MCU arc is really a really fucking interesting one to watch, because the first Thor, they're very close, they're very brothers, but at the same, they're very brothers. Jesus, I'm not thinking right. They're brothers, but you can see Loki's hidden determination to usurp his brother and be the rightful heir to Asgard. And then in Avengers, he's a full-blown villain, but he's still a comedy relief villain. He's very lighthearted. Then, let me get some light in here, God. Yeah, I'll just add more light to my hangover. There we go. Oh, God, that hurts so good. Oh, Jesus. Where are my sunglasses? Fuck it. So, Then Thor: The Dark World, he is recovering from being caught, Loki, meaning their relationship is tarnished, and then, of course, he fakes his own death and then takes over Odin. He takes over the persona of Odin and has, quote-unquote, claimed the throne. So that's where we are. Now, the movie starts with Thor in that chain cage thing and wrapped up in a chain. There's a lot of funny moments with that, and he's going up against some giant demon god, and reveals that he's not really captured. He can get out at any moment. Blah blah blah. That whole opening segment felt like it was just an off shot segment just to show how cool Thor was, and it actually has a whole point. It comes full circle. So the relationship between Thor and Loki is kind of pulled back a little bit. Like, I expected more from Loki. Loki is now giving off the impression that he is kind of learning his lesson and is not really going to fuck with him too much. He tries. And he tries to backstab them a couple times, and then it doesn't work out the way he wants it to. So I think he's, as a character, he's learning that, you know what? I guess gotta stop. Oh, God. That was gross. I had sushi, too. I don't remember having drunken sushi. I don't remember much of last night. Look at the footage. I'm just like, I'm having sushi. I apparently don't remember having sushi. I think raw fish and rice and avocado and shit just sort of bubbling back up. It's just not a great feeling or taste. Anyways, back to the movie. The main villain is Hela. And you know what? I kind of expected Cate Blanchett to be better. She's very good, and she's a very talented actress, and she kind of relishes this role of being a villain, or a villainess. But I expected her to chew the scenery a little bit more. I expected this to be a standout Cate Blanchett villain performance, and it really wasn't for me. I felt like she was great, but she just was a little bit better than a generic MCU villain, but not much better. Like, she was kind of as good as Ronin in his own way, or Red Skull, just there. I didn't really feel like there was too much of a personal conflict between her and Thor, because she is his sister. And they kind of dropped the ball on that one, for me at least. They didn't really explore that whole thing too much. They kind of touched it a little bit. And I may have to go see Thor 3 again, and I will. But I just felt like they kept trying to put in as many jokes as possible, and that kind of fucked with the overall integral plot and how the emotion that they could have had between the two of them as long-lost siblings who also now are mortal enemies. So Hela comes back because Odin dies. We see Odin, and Odin is dead. He's alive, and then he dies. He's living in Norway, and he's in his own self-imposed exile after Loki has put him on Earth, and then Odin just says, well, fuck, I'm just gonna just live out here, fuck it. And then once he dies, his firstborn is Hela, can start Ragnarok, which is basically destroying Asgard. Hence the title. In the ensuing chaos, Loki and Thor are thrown into another planet, basically. Thor lands on a giant trash planet, and he's immediately captured by Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, and she's great in this. She's kind of like if you took Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton's Sarah Connor, and made her a drunk. Just really tough, badass, got some PTSD moments, but hardcore drinking, and like kind of got like just drunken stumbling. Kind of like how I was not too long ago. So I thought she was fine in that. I think Tessa Thompson is a fantastic actress. I particularly thought she was really, really good in Creed. God, they're just snatching up every fucking person in Creed, aren't they? Stallone's in the MCU. Michael B. Jordan is in the MCU. Tessa Thompson. Jesus Christ. Like, it's... Marvel's doing great. Just plucking the new upcoming actors and making them awesome. And putting them in great roles. Who else? Carl Urban. He plays a character named Scourge, who I guess is the new Heimdall. He's the new security who can do the gateway for the by the fucking bridge, the Rainbow Bridge. At first, I kind of felt like his character was just like all over the place because he has a very thick Cockney British accent, even though he's played by an Australian. And the accent just sounded really kind of faked and it's acting, it's all faked, but it sounded not natural. It sounded like a really bad impression of a Cockney accent. Like, okay, governor, what you gonna do? Like, really just kind of forced. And also, he gave off this weird impression of being, like, fascinated with American, like, customs and artillery. He has two machine guns. And he said, I got them in Texas. I don't know where the fuck that came from. Does that mean he went down to Earth and went to Texas and got some guns? Like, it just kind of a weird joke for, a simple thing. Let me see how much time I have left. Sorry, guys. Okay, I gotta get ready to go soon. What else? There's a lot of funny parts to it. One part in particular where Thor is kind of realizing now that Odin is on Earth, and so Odin on Asgard is Loki. He sees Odin is watching a stage play performance where it's the end of the Dark World and sort of promoting Loki's sacrifice and his death, and it's being played by other actors. So he's watching himself, even though he's pretending to be his father, his adopted father, no less. The actors playing them, Luke Hemsworth plays Chris Hemsworth. He plays Thor. So it's his older brother playing another version of Thor. And I'm like, God, that looks a lot like, who the fuck is this guy? Because Luke Hemsworth is sort of one that hasn't hit superstardom. It's Liam and Chris, and then there's Luke, who's like the oldest, I think. And motherfucking Matt Damon playing Loki again. I didn't even realize it until like this morning. I was trying to think of like, what the fuck am I gonna say? I needed to drink coffee, blah blah blah, and then I realized Matt Damon played Loki in Dogma, so he's playing Loki again. I thought it was brilliant casting. And then the narrator of the play is played by Sam Neill. And we'll talk about Sam Neill for a minute. Sam Neill is arguably one of his most famous roles. His most famous role, obviously, is Dr. Alan Grant in the Jurassic Park franchise, or at least 1 and 3. Who else is in this fucking movie? Jeff fucking Goldblum as the Grandmaster. So you got the two main leads, apart from Chris Pratt, because Chris Pratt's in Guardians of the Galaxy, in Jurassic Park in this. Like, this is insane how they had this weird connection. One thing I wanted to tell my friend, because I went and saw this with Michael, we were both drinking and watching the movie. I wanted to tell him that Grandmaster is the Collector's brother, so we may see a sort of brother, what's going on? And then Collector being like, hello. I don't know how to do a Collector. He's basically Liberace in space. Hello. Okay. No. Okay. Who comes back in a big bad way? Mark motherfucking Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk. We saw it in the trailer. We knew it was going to happen. This was another attempt of them doing another comic that they couldn't really do the license for, because Universal, I still think, has most of the licensing rights of Hulk. So they can't use most of the Hulk. They can't make a Planet Hulk movie, but they can, I think, I may be wrong about this, but doesn't matter. For this one, they adopted a Planet Hulk storyline, which was Hulk is on an alien planet, and he is put into a gladiator arena, and so that shot we see in the trailer of Thor and Hulk fighting each other in a gladiator arena style, that was great. Big, great battle sequences, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, overall a great movie, and I'll see it again. Taika did a fantastic job, and I think he's even in it. He plays a character named Korg, who's just big, burly guy, but with a very soft voice, because Taika has a very kind of soft, friendly voice, so it's just a big guy, a small voice. I think I read, in my drunkenness, he read that he based it on Polynesian bouncers, who were just like, hey, what's going on? How are you? But if you got out of line, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, but hey, just be nice, okay? Like, all friendly, but all intimidation at the same time. Really great choices that he made. Then there's the bonus credit scene. They kind of hinted. You're kind of confused by what happens at the bonus credit scene. You know it sets it up for the next Avengers movie, but you're kind of like, oh really? That's all you're going to show me? That's kind of bullshit. That's how I felt. And there's another one after that. There's two credit scenes. Both are kind of just, meh. But overall, I thought the music was fucking great. They kept putting in the immigration song. That was really just boom, boom. Oh, God, I can't do that. Just great action sequences listening to Led Zeppelin. Such a good idea. I thought they were just going to put it in the trailer. Glad they put it in the movie twice, no less. Yeah, overall, great acting. I liked some of the character developments and character arcs. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This was not going to be a drunken rant. I drank too much. And for some reason, Rice couldn't keep me up. I woke up with major heartburn. So, major heartburn and a really bad headache. So, sorry, but this is the best I can do. How would I rate it? It is definitely a fucking go out and see it, because it's the MCU. You have to see every fucking one of them. Even the ones you don't want to see, you have to fucking see it. This one is integral to the MCU lineup, especially for Avengers 3. But also, you get to finally see some interesting shit with Thor. Thor is more jokey because he's been hanging out with Tony Stark for 2 years. That's why. Because at first I'm like, he kind of lost his Asgardian dialect. He sounds very American and very, not an American accent, but he sounds very quippy. And I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. He's been hanging out with fucking Tony for 2 years. That makes sense. But yeah, definitely go out and fucking see it. If this was a standalone movie and they'd tweaked the plot a little bit, I would definitely still say, yeah, it's pretty fucking good. It's not a, oh my god, go out and fucking see it. It's definitely a pretty fucking good movie. It's, like I said, it's definitely up there for my, on the MCU line, but it's not the best. It's definitely the funniest. Alright, Rangers, I gotta go throw up and then go to work. Love you guys. Bye.